there, book people! Today I'm going to contribute another book to my Anatomy of an Art book subcategory. I bring to you today a book that is not only an art book, but is in some way a graphic novel. I realized when reviewing things I've read in the recent months, I'm not like a graphic novel person. I've never gotten into them. I've always thought they were really cool. I somehow managed to amass a small, very disparate, random collection of graphic novels, and I like them. None of them have anything to do with each other. They're all very different and kind of strange. I thought it'd be fun, of course, to do little videos about each of them. I'm gonna start with the one I've read most recently, and we'll just work backwards from there over time. We will both come to realize that I have more graphic novels than I ever thought. Any of you for whom this is your particular cup of tea, holla. Holla at a sister who's always looking to round out her book knowledge. This is one of my most recent purchases and one of my favorite books so far of 2015. It's sadly not on Goodreads, and it's an art book, so it's like kind of quirky, Dad. There's not typical Library of Congress info. Oh yeah. It is by an artist named Mary Blakemore. This is a book called Gallery Girls. If you can't see it written very enthusiastically, it is in black, the inside book jacket. Typically book jackets drive me up a wall, but we're leaving this one on because it's a paperback and it's white, and I gotta spend a little bit of money on this book. Mary Blakemore is an artist I've only recently discovered, as in New Year's. Discovered her right around the turn of the new year because I read a lot of art newspapers. ArtNet has recently begun serializing Mary Blakemore's Gallery Girl comic. I realized that I've been missing out on like years of these fantastic, droll little comics that Mary Blakemore makes. She styles and takes these photos of these characters that she has created and then very wonderfully weaves them into these very cutting satirical comics that kind of highlight the fun and foibles of girls trying to climb their way up the ladder in the gallery scene in the art world. So the characters in this book are all part of an imagined gallery. It is, of course, a little exaggerated, and I think that's why I love it so much. If you work in the art world or you love the art world, you keep your finger in that pot anyway. Like, there's things in here that are definitely going to be familiar. Definitely see where she's pulling some of her materials, and I think I definitely really appreciate how she satirizes things. And frankly, it's a little weirder and a little darker than I realized. So there's a couple gallery girls. There's two different galleries. There's the Cecilia West gallery, and of course Cecilia West. There's the pretentious and over-the-top artist they represent named Artemis, I believe her name is. There's the snooty French art critic. There's the hotshot collector. It's all in here. If you've ever worked in the art world as a young, new gallery girl, this is painfully hilarious. Some of these did not match up with my experiences at all. I hope to never experience some of the things that must have been the source material for some of these little comics. It touches on a lot of things that I think are probably good, like, thinking points for young gallery girls to not discuss amongst themselves, but like at least discuss with yourself, such as undermining your friends or feeling the need to do that, or how to manage in the competitive hiring market, how to take the leap of faith from school to working in a gallery, how to just navigate the social chess that is the gallery scene in the art world. It's totally worth it, but it is disorienting at times. Mary Blakemore very, very craftily touches on all of this, and it's funny. Some of them are serious and make me just want to go hug every gallery girl that I've ever known. Some of them are hilarious and hit very close to home. If you've ever worked in an archive or you've ever found yourself doing expense reports, you'll definitely appreciate some things in here. So they're all numbered with these pithy little titles that in some way relates to the text, although not always directly. It's kind of like the little text interludes in Frasier, if you know what I mean. One of my all-time favorites is number 57. It's called Apathetic. It has the Devil Wears Prada-esque gallery owner complaining about how she cannot get on the airplane without her Ashanta chant CD. The gallery girl you see at the last frame is literally just thinking about Skittles. Also, fun shout out, not that she would ever see this, but Mary Blakemore followed me on Instagram a few weeks ago right after I got this, and I freaked out. This is a self-published book. I believe Paul Kasman Gallery is producing it, and it was a limited time book, which is why I splurged and got it. It wasn't a huge splurge, but it was more than I would typically pay for a book that I had to also pay shipping for. And I had read about it, like I said, on ArtNet, and thought on it a few days, and then I was in New York for business, and since I was just right here soaking this up, looking forward to when I'm doing that myself, I could not. Oh my god. The Heiress Children at the art auction, that's one of my favorites. She has this very great, very stiff style where she reuses the same poses of the same characters. So the main characters only have a couple poses. There's a gallery girl named Bridget. Bridget has like 4 poses. I like that Mary Blakemore has limited her visual resources. There's something in it I think that really packs a punch and also highlights how just ridiculous everything is that she's commenting on. I like that she's taking something so over the top and complex and goofy and boiling it down to like a small set of stereotype characters that all embody the best and the worst of these tropes. Dealer, critic, gallerist, gallery girl, what have you, in a very like plain visual way, if you will. It's good yin and yang. Thank you, Mary Blakemore and Paul Kasman Gallery, for producing this. You know your audience. Give us gallery girls what we want. More gallery girls, please. I will love this book forever and always, even though, like, I couldn't recommend it to someone under the age of 15. PG-13 for mild drug abuse, to be frank. Thanks for sticking by. If you are reading any weird, cool, quirky, cute, classic, whatever, graphic novels that I should know about, and let me know. Have a great night. That was tonight's issue of Bespectacled Book Girl Does Bedtime Book Stuff. Have a good one. See you on the flippity flip.